All right, here we go. 6:30 in the morning and a plane flies over. Oh my God. All right, where was I? 6:30 in the morning. Today's project hopefully should be pretty quick. Back on the Red 34. I am tired of listening to this. This is the only radio I have. The car does have a radio, yes. The car does have a radio, but the Japan radios, I guess the electronics, I don't know what, they only catch one AM station. I'm really sick and tired of listening to that. I don't want to listen to my phone. It just makes the drive a little more tolerable, especially if you have people in your car. Yeah, kind of need some distractions there. So what I have really cheap, this is super cheap from Car Stereo Express, I think it was. So I'm gonna throw this in. I don't mind spending $100 for this. It is what it is, right? This should be easy, I think. Everything is supposed to be easy, but we all know how that turns out, right? All right, let me grab the key. By the way, the key that Shaun from Ultra Lock made for me is perfect. All right, so the car does have some kind of stereo, radio, whatever. Now, because the car already has a radio, now almost all, from what I've seen, nearly every single car that comes out of Japan, whether it's a K truck, K car, piece of junk, they all put in some kind of aftermarket radio, which is good because the previous owner or whoever put a radio in, they would have had to get the adapter. The adapter goes from the stock wiring, converting over to whatever, right? The power, the ground, the remote, whatever. There's all these wires in the back. Front speakers, front channel, left channel, right channel, rear channel, left, right. All that is in there, and it's universally color coded. The white, I think, is positive, white with the black is negative, gray solid, positive, gray with black is negative. Okay, so that means all I need to do is just copy, switch everything over. Real easy. Yeah, let's get started. Ha ha ha. Perfect. And just like I said, someone else had already installed a radio deck, head unit, whatever. All the wires are in the back. All I need to do is just connect wire for wire, red for red, black for black, blue for blue. Super easy. All right, with everything disconnected, super easy. Just disconnect it and you just copy and paste, reconnect. Let me do that right now. Okay, before I get started, before I do the actual installation, let me show you guys some of these things. These are the wires that I'm gonna Just copy and paste and connect. Right here. Super easy. Color for color. That's it. You cannot mess this up. So like I said, you cannot mess this up, right? We go yellow for yellow, ground for ground, red for red. These are all your speaker wires. Green, white, gray, purple. Then all I do is just unscrew this deck. See right there? Just unscrew that. Those two screws. These two screws. I really don't care if there's RCA outs or not. I'm not going to even use it. I just want it for the radio. Screw the new deck in. Call it a day. So let me just get my wire cutters. Splice this in. Screw that in. And I'll be right back. Alright, so before I get started, pulled out the stock wiring harness, right? All I'm going to do, cut off from here. Reattach the new one right to there. So it's going to look like this. Alright, color for color. Kind of a no-brainer. Time lapse. Alright, it's all done. Doesn't have to look nice, but it is what it is, right? Now, the one thing left to do is put in the deck. Super easy, just screw it in. So, time lapse. Okay, well, it's not the prettiest, but it's gonna work. All I need to do is plug in the wiring harness, hook up the microphone, and that should be it. So let me just throw everything right back in the car. I'll be right back. Time to test it out, see if it works. Alright, looks like I have a radio. Finally, I can listen to something while I drive. Let me set this up and I'll be right back. Alright, that is it. This project is done. Oh, let me update you guys on something. So I corrected the problem with the boost controller, and let me show you what the problem was. Okay, so the problem with the manual boost controller is that there's a check valve and spring ball in here. That spring in there was a little too tight, I guess, or whatever. So sometimes you can take it out, and that's what I did. I took it out, which allows the boost to build smoothly and everything works. So yeah, everything is 100% good. Everything works perfect. Pretty fast for today, about 20-minute video. So You guys know the routine. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll check you guys out again on my next project.